got that point.
Hi there, I'm Teresa LaBarbera, and you're watching Connecticut Style. Thanks for joining us. Coming up in these challenging economic times, what's the best way to save for retirement? David Scranton from Scranton Financial Group says it's about conservative investing. He'll share tips from his book, Stop the Financial Insanity, How to Keep Wall Street's Cancer from Spreading to Your Portfolio. And on Stage 8, you're going to want to join in. Bob Bloom leads an interactive drumming experience like you've never seen before. And I'm here in the kitchen with baker and food blogger Melissa Coleman, who writes the Faux Martha blog. Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
What is it exactly?
So I do baking and cooking from scratch.
Got it.
Everything from scratch.
Very good. And what are you going to make for us today?
Today we're going to make Christmas in a cookie, which is white chocolate peppermint ganache sandwiched between 2 salted chocolate cookies.
I love that.
Yes.
All right, well, let's get started. Melissa, look right into camera 2 and tell everyone at home what they need to do.
Sit back, relax, you're having lunch with style.
At Carter Mario, most of our clients call us within 4 days of their car accident. Why? Because they know the clock is ticking to get the money they deserve. And they know the right medical care now could mean a faster recovery. So how long's it been since your accident? And how long have you put off calling a lawyer? Don't wait any longer. Get Carter right now. 1-800-900-6700.
Now get high-speed internet at home on our newly expanded Advanced Digital Network, a connection you can count on. Introducing AT&T U-verse high-speed internet with more speed options, reliability, and Wi-Fi hotspots than ever. Call AT&T now to get U-verse high-speed internet for as little as $14.95 a month for 12 months with a 1-year price guarantee. It's the fastest internet for the price. Our newly expanded Advanced Digital Network gives you more of what you enjoy online. And with AT&T, our wireless gateway turns your home into a private Wi-Fi hotspot that connects your Wi-Fi devices and can even save on your smartphone data usage at home. So call now to get AT&T U-verse high-speed internet for just $14.95 a month for 12 months with a 1-year price guarantee. That includes access on the go to our entire national Wi-Fi hotspot network with over 30,000 hotspots. AT&T U-verse high-speed internet, now on our newly expanded Advanced Digital Network, a connection your whole house can count on.
In these challenging economic times where the fiscal cliff is looming and Wall Street is in flux, people are worried about saving enough for retirement. David Scranton is the founder of Advisors Academy and Scranton Financial Group, as well as the author of Stop the Financial Insanity, How to Keep Wall Street's Cancer from Spreading to Your Portfolio. He's here with tips for cutting through the confusion so that you can plan comfortably for your retirement. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your business model. It's kind of unique.
I like to tell people that I specialize in everything other than the stock market. In other words, we specialize in the universe of income-generating strategies.
Okay, and how'd you develop that?
It all started because I had been a stock market-based investment advisor, like most, back in the heyday of the 1980s and 1990s. But I'd also been a pretty good student of stock market history and historical cycles and trends. And I had realized that we were about to come to the end of the good time, and the market was going to turn. And when it did turn, it was probably going to be about 20 years in a bear market before things got better.
Got it.
And in the spirit of trying to do what's best for my clients, I changed my business model right in the late 1990s.
Okay, now why do you say history is relevant and important when making investment decisions?
History is the thing that got me to draw this conclusion, and quite frankly, you know, when you go back nearly 200 years in the stock market, you find that every time we have a bull market cycle, a good market period, it's usually about 15 years, you know, give or take a little bit. And every time we get into a bear market cycle, it's usually about 20 years or so, or even a little bit longer. And when I talk about a bear market, what I mean is an extended period of zero growth accompanied by a lot of market volatility.
Okay, and how consistent are long-term market cycles? They're repeatable, they're predictable?
These cycles are very repeatable and very predictable throughout history. As I say, going back as much as 200 years, yes.
All right, now what's the difference between economic cycles and long-term market cycles?
A lot of people talk about economic recoveries, recessions, and so on, as if that's the major thing that fuels the stock market cycles. And you have to understand that in a 20-year bear market, you have good economic times and you also have bad economic times. But that bad stock market cycle, that bear market, is much more powerful than even the good economic times. That's why I call it a biorhythm, because it's something that's much bigger than any particular economic cycle.
Okay, and Dave, what do you mean by growing your money the old-fashioned way?
You know, traditional investing has to do with investing with the stock market. And I often say that an investor is crossing his fingers and or toes, hoping to get growth or capital appreciation. The problem is sometimes capital appreciation, as we found out since the turn of the century, can turn into shrinkage instead. So investing the old-fashioned way is investing for income. That income can be used today and spent if someone needs it, or it can be reinvested to grow your money, as I say, the old-fashioned way, or growing it organically.
Got it. Now, why did you decide to write the book?
I wrote the book out of frustration that my peers, and I don't mean peers locally, but it seems to be across the country, have an ability to bury their heads in the sand when the market turns bad. They just tell their clients to stay in there, hang in there, and stay the course. And actually, what's interesting is when the first drop happened since the turn of the century and the subsequent recovery right around 2006, I'd hoped that a lot of my peers would change their business model as I did, and I saw that they just hadn't done it. So at that point, I actually started a company called Advisors Academy, where we teach and train and provide research for other advisors. I thought that would have some effect. Unfortunately, it didn't. The second drop happened in 2008 and 2009, and subsequent recovery, and it seemed as though most of my peers were still burying their heads in the sand. And that's when I decided that if I really want to get the word out to the public about how predictable and repeatable these cycles really are, then I need to write the book.
Got it. All right. Now, what are some of the benefits of working with a financial professional?
Well, everybody is emotionally attached to their money. Sure. And that's why oftentimes people make the wrong decisions. You know, buying low and selling high is a really simple concept, but it's not easy because the human mind gets in the way. The idea is that a financial advisor is somebody who should be emotionally detached from your money, which means they should be able to make good, or at least help you make good, logical, informed decisions. And they also should be able to educate you. See, a good financial advisor is kind of like a coach. A coach can't play the game, but he can try to get the most out of his players.
Sure. All right, well, where can we find your book, Dave?
Our book is available on Amazon.com or by calling my office in Westbrook, Connecticut.
Very good. You also have some adult education classes coming up?
Yes, yes.
And you need to pre-register? Is there a cost associated?
Yes, there's a cost associated. That's set by the school. We're teaching one at Clinton High School and one at Old Saybrook High School here on the shoreline.
Very helpful. All right, for more information on Scranton Financial Group, call 866-646-7600 or visit ScrantonFinancialGroup.com. Again, thanks for being here.
Great, thanks for having me.
All right, coming up next, the faux Martha shares her chocolate and peppermint recipe she calls Christmas in a Cookie. Stay with us. More style after the break.
Lights go down.
You had an affair with her, right?
The juiciest secrets come out.
You don't think I saw the way you looked at her the other night?
The winter finale of Nashville, tonight, 10/9 Central on ABC.
Straight to the heart.
Your life holds changes. Your health holds everything.
Like an old friend.
And here in Connecticut, people also know a health plan worth holding on to.
You know us by heart.
At Connecticut, we know that different kinds of people want different kinds of caring. So we offer you a range of health plans, optimized for where you are in life and what your life holds.
You know us by heart.
Connecticut.
What's the perfect gift for cat lovers? Introducing Chia Cat Grass, the chia for cats. Your cat may be tempted by your favorite plants. Remove the temptation. Get your cat the treat they love. It's easy. Plant the chia cat grass seeds, water, and watch it grow.
Chia.
Kitties can't resist. Chia Cat Grass, the perfect gift for cats and cat lovers.
Available at CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Kmart.
If you've been involved in a car wreck and now have legal questions, call 1-800-PERKINS. Jonathan Perkins Injury Lawyers. Get the power of Perkins.
Connecticut's most detailed forecast is only on WXEdge.com.
By day, Melissa Coleman is a graphic designer, but by night, she channels her creativity through baking and blogging and becomes Faux Martha. Melissa's here to share a recipe for what she calls Christmas in a cookie. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your blog and what we could find on it.
Yeah, so I bake and I cook, but everything is made from scratch, and I try to make it tangible.
Because sometimes that could be intimidating starting right from scratch.
Very much so. Exactly, exactly. So put away the boxes and we can make it from scratch and taste better, I think.
All right, and that's what we're doing today, aren't we, Melissa?
Yeah. So we'll start here.
Okay.
We're going to mix together our dry ingredients. So we've got flour, baking soda, baking powder, and it's fine to get messy.
That's what we do in the kitchen. But I want to ask you, where did the name Christmas in a cookie, tell me the name again.
Christmas in a cookie. So Christmas in a cookie came from Christmas in a Bowl, which is a chocolate peppermint trifle.
Okay.
I made it at a work function one year, brought it, and somebody said, this tastes like Christmas in a bowl. So named it Christmas in a Bowl, been making it ever since, and I decided that I needed to extend the Christmas in a something family. So now we have Christmas in a cookie. You get that same essence, basically with a quarter of a time that it takes to make Christmas in a bowl.
I love that. All right, so we have our dry ingredients.
Yep, dry ingredients, and then we're going to add some cocoa, unsweetened cocoa powder. You can get it at Trader Joe's. You want a high-quality unsweetened cocoa powder, but basically buy whatever you can afford. And we're going to skip sifting. Just get out your whisk.
Oh, really? Because I don't have a sifter.
Yeah, there's no need to dirty up a sifter. They're kind of a pain to clean. So whisk that together, and there's no salt in this dry ingredient mix. We're going to add the salt on top.
Okay.
For extra salty flavor.
Sweet and salty is always a great combo, right?
Yeah, I think salt makes the sweetness sweeter. It complements it nicely.
All right.
So next we're going to shift to the wet ingredients. So we're going to cream together our butter and our sugar. So we're just going to add this in. And this is a drier, crispier cookie, so it's not going to be a super wet dough.
Okay, how much butter do you have in there?
Butter, we have 1.5 sticks, or 3/4 cup. So we're just going to blend this together. And you can kind of see it's not a wet mixture, which is kind of nice. A lot of people say get it to light and fluffy, but we don't need to do that today.
Very good.
And then once this kind of comes together, we are going to add in our egg.
Here, would you like me to help?
Yes, please.
How many eggs? Just one egg?
Just one egg, yeah. Okay. And you'll see I used a brown egg, but really it doesn't matter. There's not much of a difference. You just want one large egg. Brown are pretty, but it's not that big of a difference.
Got it.
So once this starts to come together, we don't want to see butter clumps. We want everything to be evenly incorporated. We are going to go back to our dry ingredients and add that in. If you want to grab that bowl, we're just going to add in a little at a time.
Okay. Right now?
Yeah, I'll slow it down so I don't blow flour everywhere.
Okay. Now, did you mention if the oven was preheated or not?
No, I didn't. The oven's preheated to 375.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can line your baking sheet with parchment paper or a Silpat, just something that keeps it from sticking.
Oh, I'm starting to smell this. It smells great.
Okay, you can add in the rest of that.
All right. Now, I know by day you're a graphic designer. You have some pretty great pictures on your blog. So why don't we put a couple of them up so we can see what we're looking at? How pretty. What is that?
So that's my mom's macaroni and cheese that was passed down from her mom and probably her mom.
Looks great. Ooh, what's that?
And that is it's a blue apple pie. It actually has blueberries in it. Baked in a ramekin rather than a normal pie dish.
Okay. That was me dropping the bowl, if anyone's wondering at home, but we're okay back here. And lastly, this is, what is this one?
This is an upside-down pear cake, which is quite nice. It kind of caramelizes when it bakes. And then I also incorporate, not in this recipe, but a lot of whole wheat baking, a whole wheat flour into my baking. And that recipe has it, and you'd never know.
Oh, okay.
But at Christmas time, we all wear stretchy pants. It's
so it doesn't really matter if it's white or wheat,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. All right, so you can see it's pretty much coming together. And now we're gonna just plate it on the baking sheet. I use one of these scoopers. It's awfully finicky, it breaks sometimes, so you can also just roll it in your hands.
But that way it's all gonna be the same size, right?
Exactly. You look professional even when you're not. Hence the name faux. All right, so we're just gonna plate these on.
And you don't have to grease the pan or foil or anything?
You can use parchment paper. I typically use parchment paper or something called a silpat. So we're gonna plate these 12 up on a baking sheet. And then what we're gonna do after that, I'll just show you guys this. These are more crumbly than usually. I'd usually beat them a little longer, but we're going to use the bottom. You just need a flat surface. It can be the bottom of a cup. We could actually use that if we wanted to too. I usually put a little bit of flour because it's gonna stick, and we're gonna just flatten these guys. And if they stick, just pull them off. It's really easy. We're gonna add just a little bit more flour, keep flattening them.
Okay, we have about a minute left, so you would do that with all 12.
Exactly, and then we're gonna salt them. Remember I said salt afterwards.
Right on top.
And that, it just adds, it complements the sweetness of the cookie so much more. And then we're gonna bake this for 7 minutes.
Sure.
Pull it out, let it sit on the pan for 1 minute, and then remove it from the pan to stop cooking.
All right, and how do we get the middle, the fun part here?
Yes, this is the best part. So we have already made a white chocolate peppermint ganache. Basically what you're gonna do is simmer heavy cream.
Okay.
And you're going to have white chocolate, peppermint, and butter in a bowl. You can crush your peppermints, use small candy canes. That works a lot easier. Just add it in, simmer, pour this over. It's gonna all melt and it's gonna turn this pretty pink. No food coloring.
It is, it's great.
Yeah, and then we are just going to top it. So you can
spread it around and we're making a little cookie sandwich here?
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be perfect. Spread it. We're gonna add a little bit of peppermints and smash it together, and it's...
And that's that, huh?
That's that.
So like this, just...
Yep, just add a little bit of that. Perfect.
A little more, how about that?
Yeah. You always need more peppermint. Smash, and you're good.
We're done. Oh, fabulous. This is pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna try Christmas in a Cookie coming up at the end of the show. Melissa, thank you for being here. The name of your blog again?
The Faux Martha.
And we can find it
Yes.
FauxMartha.com, and we'll have the recipe over at WTNH.com. Sounds great. All right, up next, with the help of drummer Bob Bloom, I'm going to learn how to play the drums. We'll see you right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
And I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get...
These Naugatuck residents are disabled. They can't leave their home because there's no ramp. And they say their landlord refuses to install one.
I said, what the hell is wrong with you? Why can't you give us a ramp? God forbid there's a fire. I said, I can't get out of this house.
Well, you know we're fighting hard to get these people the help they deserve. Who's got your back? News 8.
When people think about auto insurance, everybody has their own definition of value. If you're looking for the best value, call Amica. A great price is just the beginning. We'll also dig deeper and find every discount that you're eligible for, even some you might not know about. So call Amica now at 877-52-AMICA. A great price plus the coverage and service you deserve. That's the value of Amica Auto Insurance. How do you decide which auto insurance is right for you? It depends on your formula for value. That's why you should call Amica, because there are so many reasons to switch. We're a mutual company owned by our customers, so when you call, you talk directly to a company that always puts its customers first. So call 877-52-AMICA now and discover the full value of Amica Auto Insurance.
There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket, and I can't get him out. There's a frog in the bucket. Frog. in the bucket and I can't get him out. Woo!
You've been watching Drumming About You. This is Bob Bloom, the creator of this interactive performance. Pretty cool stuff.
Thank you.
And we have some of your students with us here today. So tell me how this all got started.
I began doing interactive drumming work a number of years ago when I ran into some other people, notably a guy named Barry Bernstein,
All right.
who turned me on to this whole idea of leading groups to spontaneously play percussion instruments. So I started doing this in about 1995.
Wow, and who could do this? Can anyone pick up a drum?
Anybody. That's the idea behind this. All we need to remember is if you can say it, you can play it.
I like it.
And so that's the guidance on how to make the sounds come from the drums.
All right, I know you have a CD also that's out.
I do. It's called Where's Your Drum?
All right, well, if anybody and anybody could do it, I want to give it a try.
Excellent.
Can you give me a little lesson here?
If
I don't
you
even know
can
how to
say
hold
it,
this.
Right. Just hold it maybe on like that, and then with one hand, if you can say it, you can play it. Please let me hear everybody say, I like shortening bread.
I like shortening bread.
And then your drum says, I like shortening bread.
I like shortening bread.
Here we go.
Just like that?
It's as easy as that. I like shortening bread. 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 Mama's little baby likes shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby likes shortening bread. Mama's little baby likes shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby likes shortening bread. Put on the skillet, put on the pan. Mama's gonna make a little shortening bread. That ain't all that I'm gonna do. Mama's gonna make a little shortening too. Mama's little baby likes shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby likes shortening bread. Mama's little baby likes shortening, shortening. Mama's little baby likes shortening bread.
Bob, it was a little bit easier when you slowed things down, but not hard to follow along.
Great.
Which is pretty easy. I know you're going to be out first night in Westport. Tell us some of the details about that.
I am, yes. Westport First Night is a great event. I'll be at the town hall
Okay.
in the center of town. There'll be 2 shows like this. I'll have enough instruments with me for 200 people.
Oh my gosh, how are you going to do that?
It's like the clowns coming out of a Volkswagen when you see me unloading my equipment. I have enough to do that. And these drums actually nest together.
Okay.
And so I can get a lot of them in one spot, in one bag. And I get a lot of help. And they help me get my stuff in. And so I bring enough equipment so that 200 people can interact.
It's quite a party.
Musically. Yes, it quite is.
Cool.
And there'll be 2 shows, one at 5:30 and one at 7.
Very good. This little guy was great over here.
Luke.
This is Luke, right? He kept the beat going. All right, let's play us out to break here. Can you show me another one?
Sure. Let me hear you say, I'm the best.
Oh, I can say that.
I bet.
I'm the best.
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 I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. Conga, alafia, ashe, ashe. Conga, alafia, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Conga, alafia, ashe, ashe.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Last year, we gave our granddaughter one of those dolls with all the outfits.
She played with it every day.
Every day for about a week. This year we got smarter. We decided to give her something that would last her a lot longer.
A future. Give the gift that lasts a lifetime. A Chet Direct Sold 529 College Savings Plan. I'm Denise Napier, Connecticut State Treasurer. Take a moment and...
When you've got a concern, I want to know about it.
When you've got a problem, I'm going to try and solve it.
I work for News 8.
Which means I work for you.
When you're in a jam.
They're caught in a waiting game that has left them homeless.
When no one is listening.
They say they can't get any answers from anyone.
Who's got your back?
Are these folks going to get paid? They're looking for their money.
Send us your story ideas now.
Hi, I'm Jim Cowd, owner of Cowd Rug. Some events just can't be missed, like the 58th annual anniversary sale going on now at Cowd Rugs in Orange and Guilford. In celebration, we're offering you deep discounts on fine hand-knotted room size and power loomed rugs, plus wall staircase treatments. Find a Cowd rug at a price guaranteed to fit your budget during the Cowd anniversary sale going on now at Cowd Rugs in Orange and Guilford.
Okay, so last Friday was a Firehouse Friday to raise awareness for the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. To learn more, you can go to ctburncenter.wtnh.com. We're back here in the kitchen with all of our guests. Now, Melissa, how'd you finish off these lovely Christmas in a cookie?
Yeah, we added a big dollop of white chocolate peppermint ganache, topped it off with some peppermints, the more the merrier this season, and smushed it in between two cookies.
Perfect. All right, pass those out. I know we all want to try them. Bob Bloom, who do you have here with you today?
My friends Tiara Bourget, Luc Bourget, Stephen Herzog, and David Santiago.
All right, now where can we find more information about drumming about you?
I have a website.
Very good.
www.drumming-about-you.com.
Very good, and we'll look for you at first night. Dave, also tell us the name of your book and where we can find it.
Stop Financial Insanity. How to keep Wall Street's cancer from spreading to your portfolio. And you can find it by going to the website, www.stopthefinancialinsanity.com, or by going to Amazon.
Very good. Sounds good. Everyone have a cookie? Everyone want to dig in? We'll take one of these. Melissa, your blog one more time?
TheFauxMartha.com.
All right, guys, we're out of time. Everyone enjoy the cookies, and we want to thank everybody at home for watching. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. How about everybody give a wave?
Bye.
All right.